I'm here with Steve Nicholson, Chief Football Writer for the Derby Telegraph, after Derby County's 5-1 win against Fulham. Steve, what did you make of that?
Well, I mean, it's a great win. When you see it 5-1, you know, scoring 5 goals at home is fantastic. Fully deserved as well. I mean, you know, they took the lead first half. They kind of stepped off the tempo a little bit, and Fulham saw a lot of the ball without really troubling Derby. And then Fulham equalised, and it's almost like a kick up the backside for Derby after that. You know, Fulham maybe should have made it tighter and more difficult for Derby to respond, but they couldn't. And suddenly 2 goals in a minute, and Derby were 3-1 up, and then they scored another 2 goals in a minute later in the game to make it 5-1. And it's a fantastic reaction from Tuesday night at Charlton. They were awful Tuesday night at Charlton. You know, getting away from it. They almost got something from the game, but generally their play wasn't good enough. They weren't consistent enough within the game. So to come back and win 5-1, as I say, is a great reaction. Also, it puts down a little marker when other people look at results and other clubs look at Championship results. They'll see Derby won 5-1 today, and that, you know, that's a great thing.
Steve McLaren made a couple of changes to that team that started at Charlton. One of them saw John Eustace come in for his first appearance of the season. Yeah,
I mean, I've written a lot about this midfield conundrum, dilemma, whatever you want to call it. I did a piece on Thursday in the Derby Telegraph saying, you know, it was decision time really for Steve McLaren who was going to be his holding midfield player. And you know, he tried Will Hughes. Omar Mascarell's been thrown on once or twice at half time or in the second half. But you know, it's about square pegs in square holes, and last season John Eustace in that hole in front of Richard Keogh and Jake Hudson as a triangle is crucial. He lost his place to George Thornton, who filled that triangle as well, so there was consistency within that triangle. We have not had consistency so far this season in there, and really it was probably time for John to come back. You know, he hadn't stepped on the pitch before today, which was a major surprise to me, but Steve McLaren turned to him today. He came in, very solid performance, know-how, experience, no frills, and just did the job.
5 goals for Derby today. Jamie Ward got another 2 for Chris Martin. Craig Bryson and Simon Dawkins also getting off the mark for the season. Yeah, that's important, isn't it?
Steve McLaren's mentioned the right people scored, the right players scored, and by that what he means is your striker scored again, Chris Martin, Jamie Ward with now 3 in 2 games, his return to form. Craig Bryson important because last season 16 goals from midfield. He's had a bit of a slow start by his standards this season, but a goal will do him the world of good. And then Simon Dawkins came on as a sub. Will Hughes set up 2 late goals as a sub, we will say that. Simon Dawkins came on, scored a goal, which is nice for him, a little bit of a confidence booster because he's been getting a little bit of stick from 1 or 2 fans in recent games, but that'll do him the world of good as well. So right scorers scoring is ideal for Derby.